Chapter 2. Calculating your reading speed. So before we're able to get started with the tips and tricks for speed reading, we need to get a good idea of the speed that you're already reading at. It's hard to tell if you're getting any faster with the reading or not if you don't have a good idea of where you started. You'll need to calculate your reading speed at the beginning and then at different intervals along the way to make sure you're getting better. There are several methods that you'll be able to use in order to calculate your current reading speed and to calculate it as you improve your speed. The first one is to pick out a passage of some sort, probably a few pages long, and read through this passage. First, you should count how many words are inside the passage. Then bring out a timer and let it run while you read through that same passage. The goal here is not to hurry through the passage, but to read through it at a speed that's comfortable for you right now. You're not in a hurry, and you should take the time that it needs to understand what's being said. You want a good comparison to go from later on, so just read the document like you normally do. When you get to the end, you can turn off the timer. Dividing by the number of words that are in the passage, you'll be able to calculate how many words you're able to read in a minute. Don't be worried if you feel this number's too low in the beginning. The whole point of speed reading is to learn how to read faster than before. If you could already read really fast, there's really no point in learning how to speed read. Write this number down somewhere so you have a good idea of where you started at later on. From here, you would use the methods that we discuss in this guidebook in order to improve your speed compared to the number that we got in the beginning, still with getting the same comprehension out of the reading material. Periodically during your learning, take some time to do a test. You can pick a passage that's about the same length, but go with a completely new passage, and then try out the speed reading techniques that you've learned to see how they work for you. You'll be surprised how, after just a few weeks of practice, you can increase your reading speed by quite a bit. You should write down the number each time to help you get a good idea of how your speed reading is going, and try to keep the articles about the same length for a good measurement along the way. Soon, you'll be able to use speed reading in order to get through at least a few pages of text in less than a minute, while still comprehending what's going on in the writing. Sometimes it's hard to find the text that you want to use, or you're worried about how many words are present. There are a lot of great websites that you can use online that will record your reading for you. You can pick out a passage, turn on the timer on the program, and then read through. As soon as you tell the program to stop recording, you get the results. This makes it easier to keep track of your results based on the passage that you're reading and how quickly you get through it. You can bookmark the website that you like the most so you can go back to it each time. It's a good idea to set up a plan that will help you keep track of your reading speed and how well you're doing overall. It's impossible to tell if you're getting better with the speed reading or not if you aren't monitoring what's going on. So the first step is to come up with a plan to help you out. The first time should be before you even get started with any of the tips in this guidebook. This helps give you a basis point. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you are in this section, no one's judging you, and you want to get an honest base to compare with later on. So just take the document and read at a pace that's comfortable for you and that helps you still comprehend the material when you're all done. After the first time, you may want to pick to do another test every week or so for the first month. If you're spending at least a little time practicing each day, maybe 20 minutes, you're going to see some pretty good results by the end of the week.